Houston 12-5. Okay, they have dominated their division the last 2 years, 10-2. That's not happening again. That's not happening again. Tennessee is going to be much better. Jacksonville is really good. They've also been 5-9 the last couple of years against teams that make the playoffs. I love C.J. Stroud. I think he throws the prettiest ball on some Sundays in the league. He has regressed to an 89 passer rating guy who turns the ball over way too much. They will be good as long as DeMeco Ryans is the coach. But I don't think they feel the same. I don't think offensively they've got the right rhythm. 12-5 to me becomes like, what? 9-8, 10-7, but you never feel like they're a Super Bowl team.
Going to be completely revamped. I haven't seen what they're deciding to do offensively from a coaching standpoint. I don't know if any decisions were made yet, if that's been confirmed or not. I think they are expected to keep their current OC Nick, which I don't think is I don't think that's a bad thing. They need to get this offensive line situated. Okay, they have not had that. They were ranked 30th, 56%. We know how bad the Chargers were with all of their injuries. And the Los Angeles Chargers were at 54%, which was dead last. So the Texans were right around the corner at 56%, and their rushing and their run block win rate was ranked 32. So they were terrible at that. They improved that. We're going to see C.J. Stroud not regressing. Now, C.J. Stroud still does need to elevate and be a better quarterback. He needs to be a better game manager. He needs to feel smoother. But these last couple of years, you can tell he doesn't feel comfortable because he doesn't have trust in the offensive line, I feel like. And I feel like that's now sped him up. That's had his clock going faster, his decision-making slightly off. But I think the fact that he got rocked against the Patriots, like, yeah, I think I talk about this all the time, that these quarterbacks, anybody, any player, any person, you need to have that moment when you get beat up, man, and you're laying in bed, you're looking in the mirror, you're spending some time alone, and you're just like, who am I? You got to wrestle with that doubt. I promise you, Tom Brady has doubted himself. Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, LeBron James, MJ. We always hear about, oh, I've always believed in myself, always believed. I never doubted for a second. It's nonsense. Of course he did. Of course he did. Of course he did. I guarantee LeBron James at one point in his career was like, will I ever win a ring? You got to wrestle with that. You got to wrestle with it, and you reach a breaking point. You reach like a rock bottom, so to speak. And I believe we saw that with C.J. Stroud. He knows that. People were saying, like, should he have been benched in that playoff game? He knows that. He's not dumb. There's nothing dumb about C.J. Stroud. And C.J. is smart. He understands ball. Listen to him talk. You ever listen to him actually talk X's and O's? You're like, what? So I just think he's been more of a victim of circumstance in that regard. And I'm excited with a little bit of the continuity. I'm excited to see what they do in this offseason. You can rebuild the line. You can get there. The Chicago Bears overnight, 74% number 1 in the NFL in pass block win rate. Number 5, 74% in their run block win rate. How much different did they look last year to this year? Oh, night and day. Different playoff team too, from not playoff team? Got it. What was the difference? They added Ben Johnson and they fortified their O-line. They went all in, bought up some players. Shocking that had an impact. That's crazy. Who would have thought? Who would have thought it? So, to me, a lot of it is on the decision-making of the organization right now, not on C.J. Stroud is regressing. How do we get C.J. right? Build a better team. Build the better offense. Fortify the offensive line. And you are going to get a better version of C.J. Stroud. You will get that special C.J. that we saw a few years ago. We will see that we can get back to having C.J. develop and improve and get better rather than just trying to survive. You do that combined with a great defense, well then, of course you're a Super Bowl contender. Of course you're a Super Bowl contender. So that's why I'm locked in on the off-season moves more than anything. What changes do they make? What money do they look to spend? What do they do in the draft? Any trades, any movement? That's what I'm really going to be locked in on. If they don't and things kind of feel status quo, then yeah, the Chargers, the Jags are better. The Colts, the Titans. I mean, the AFC as a whole, the Chargers, the Broncos. Like, it's a great pool right now in the NFL. There's a lot of great quarterbacks, a lot of great teams, a lot of great coaches now spread all over the NFL. Like, there's not a lot of easy wins. So that's why, like, the records and whatnot, I wouldn't be surprised if this year you got to see how the schedule shapes up, but like I just wouldn't be surprised this year to see a lot of the wins distributed all over. I wouldn't be surprised if we see, we're not really going to see a lot of these 14, 15 win teams and just see a lot more 10, 11 and 12. 10, 11 and 12. That would be my guess this coming season. Again, I'd have to take a look and see the schedule, and then of course injuries and all that stuff. So that's why I'm not gonna start to try to guess or predict win-loss totals right now, and what it even means, quite frankly, in 2026. So, but easy on the doubt around the Houston Texans. That's what I'm saying. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Houston Texans, CJ Stroud, regressing? Let me know your thoughts. I read every single comments, whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get to some discussions. Let's get to some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.